Hello, Times Cryptic, let's go. Spatter liquid as worker in pub. Nope. Woman is arch beginning to tease. Permitted female to leave uncultivated expert. Face to show entertaining people. No. In successful campaigns, American guided speeches. State delaying appearance of a commercial centre. It's true. Quiet, internal part of Greater London. No. Call on artist outwardly. Beaming. Turn handle and snatch a pole. He has. Seditious labourers being out of line, finally sacked. Type of Christian. I can solve crosswords. Bit of a slow start today. Type of Christian. Fighting group capturing area. Get large drink and suffer the consequences of it. Half dead court limiting enjoyment is no longer valid. Yes! Fantastic. This is defunct. I have solved a clue. So half dead tells us to take half of the word dead. Court is CT, the abbreviation. Limiting enjoyment, limiting fun. That gives defunct, which means no longer valid. Fantastic. On a roll. Unscrupulous person, reticent, and mostly severe. Yeah, this is shyster. A shyster is an unscrupulous person. Reticent is shy. And mostly severe is most of the word stern, which means severe. Armed struggle crosses Eastern River. This is weir. Armed struggle is war. Crosses Eastern, crosses E, the abbreviation for Eastern. That gives weir, which is a river in the north of England. Use of mocking language is smooth, yes, primarily. This is irony. Irony is use of mocking language. Smooth is iron as a verb. And yes, primarily is the initial letter of the word yes. Gather information following action by reporter about lawyer. This, I think, has to be debrief. To debrief is to gather information following action. Reporter is ed, short for editor, and about is a reversal indicator. Lawyer is brief. So ed reversed followed by brief gives debrief. Finished with good circular alternative to the tube. No. Well, I wonder if this is overground. So finished is over. Good is G, the abbreviation. Circular is round. That gives overground, which is a short way of referring to an overground train, and which is in contrast to an underground train, which in Britain is referred to as the tube. Great, quite a few letters in now. Type of Christian. Fighting group. Capturing area. Wow, I'm not confident about this. But a fighting group is a unit. Capturing area, capturing A, the abbreviation for area. That gives uniat, which I think has to be a type of Christian, but I'm not familiar with the word. Call on artist outwardly, beaming. What is this? Artist outwardly suggests the outside letters of artist, but call. Not getting that. State delaying appearance of a commercial centre. It's true. Yeah, this is veracity. So state is aver, delaying appearance of a. Well, if we delay a in aver until the end of the word, we get vera. Commercial centre is city. That gives veracity, which is something which is true. Let me look at the downs. Bird in rush, changing direction at last. So I think we're looking for a four-letter bird. We're also looking for a four-letter word meaning rush, which ends in east, west, north, or south, which we need to change to another of those. And I'm not getting it. Empty talk from chum, meaning not disclosing age. No. What can dry up, closed, water source, abruptly? Nope. Fanatical states dispatch, ceding power to bishop. Ceding power to bishop looks like changing P, the abbreviation for power, to B, the chess abbreviation for bishop. So the definition is a fanatical state, and we're looking for a word meaning dispatch, which contains a P. Not getting that. Runs into wood for guns component. This writer's demonstrating on the right path. No. Bats eating tip of native flat, tip of native plant. So I think we're looking for, I think bats is an anagram indicator for gentia, for eating. Yeah, this is gentian. So bats is an anagram indicator for eating. Then the tip of native is the initial letter of native. That gives gentian, which is a plant. Stealing unusual rug in store. Well, unusual looks like an anagram indicator for rug in store. And we're looking for a word meaning stealing. Not getting that. Nope. Cheats, endless charm, ultimately evil, demon, no saint. Gosh, this should be doable with all these letters in. Cheat could be con. But then, what's the definition? No saint? I don't think so. Gosh, and this could be a vowel, in which case we have a deadly duo of 17 across and 14 down. Seditious labourers being out of line, finally sacked. Wow. I'm not getting that. Professional model in good health. This is prosit. So professional is pro, the shortening. Model is sit. That gives prosit, which means good health, as in when you raise a glass to somebody, you would say prost. Well, prosit is a variant of prost. What may make Utes calm when roused? So either what may make or when roused is an anagram indicator for Utes calm. And it ends in S. So an anagram of muscatel. Just trying to draw on my Scrabble knowledge of anagrams, but that's not assisting. Wow, is there an anagram of muscatel? I'm not sure. Gossip, the very thing to support one information unit. Well, the very thing is it. The whole thing means gossip. The very thing to support one. No, not getting that. Okay, and that's the end of the downs. It hasn't contributed much to the acrosses, but it has contributed something. It's a tricky one today. Woman is arch. Beginning to tease. Wow. I'm just wondering if woman is W, the abbreviation, in which case 5 down would begin with W, but I'm not getting that. Face, to show, entertaining people. Nope. In successful campaigns, American guided speeches. Well, campaigns ends in S and speeches ends in S, so maybe the answer does. And I notice also in 10 across, people ends in S, so there could be 2 S's in 8 down. Ah, well, if it's an anagram of rug in store, there's only 1 S. Alternatively, unusual is an anagram indicator for stealing, but then that would mean we would need a 2-letter synonym for rug to create a word meaning store overall. Not getting that. Quiet. Internal, part of Greater London. This is Pinner. Quiet is P, short for piano, Italian for quiet. Internal is inner. That gives Pinner, which is part of Greater London. Now, not massively helpful letters. This writer's, well, that could be I'm. Demonstrating, well, that could end ing. On the right path. Yeah, I think this is improving, just. So this writer's is I'm, demonstrating is proving, that gives improving, which means on the right path, or could mean that as indicated by the question mark. Now, surely these letters help. Face, to show, entertaining people, this is panto. Face is pan, pan is a slang or old slang word for face. 2 is 2, that gives panto, which is a show, entertaining people. Woman is arch. Beginning to tease. If woman is the definition, then beginning to tease is part of the wordplay, and that would place a T. Aha, this is Bridget. So woman is Bridget, a woman's name. Arch is bridge, and beginning to tease is the initial letter of tease. Stealing, unusual rug in store. So we're still on track for this to be an anagram of rug in store. But where does the G go? And we've got 2 R's, so it's probably an R in second place. This may not be an S. Stealing. Trousering is stealing. Is it an anagram of rug in store? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Okay, making progress. Turn handle and snatch a pole he has. Wow. No. Get large drink and suffer the consequences of it. Wow, we've got a lot of letters in this. But I'm not getting the answer. Let me have another look at 16 down. Oh, this is the anagram of Utes, calm. Anagram of muscatel, calumets. And I think a calumet may be a peace pipe. Utes are Native Americans who I think smoke peace pipes. So a calumet may make Utes calm. And when roused is the anagram indicator for, well, I think this is an ANDLIT clue. You read it once for the definition and once for the wordplay. So read as a definition, calumets may make the Ute people calm when they're roused, and read as wordplay, what may and when roused is all part of the anagram indicator for Utes calm. Now, surely this is helpful, and hopefully calumets is the correct answer. Turn handle and snatch a pole he has. Pole could well be N or S for North or South Pole. Bargeman fits. And bargeman certainly has a pole. He has a barge pole. So the definition could be a pole he has. Now, yeah, turn is a reversal indicator. Handle is name and snatch is grab. So name and grab reversed give bargeman. Great, M looks useful. Gossip, the very thing to support one information unit. Could this be megabit? So gossip is gab, the very thing is it. To support one, to support me, that gives megabit, which is an information unit. Fantastic. Now, an orphan clue. Get large drink and suffer the consequences of it. This is C double. So to get is to see. Large drink is a double. That gives C double, which are the consequences of drinking a large drink or drinking a lot of drink. Great, always good to see the orphans going in. Now, what about 22 across? Seditious is rabble-rousing. Fantastic. So, labourers being out of line. I can see that labourers appears in the letters for rabble-rousing. Yep. So sacked is an anagram indicator for labourers being without the final letter of line. So labourers being does have two E's, and there's only one in the answer, so that fits with the final letter of line not being included in the anagram. And then I think by I, what's left is an anagram of labourers being. So let me deal with these two clues which are disconnected. And great, we've got a consonant, not a vowel. Cheats endless charm. Ultimately evil. Demon, no saint. Okay, so this is charlatan. A charlatan is a cheat. Endless charm, well, that's just the word charm without its final letter. Ultimately evil is a reference to the ultimate or last letter of evil. And then demon is saint. No, demon rather is Satan. No saint, no S, the abbreviation for saint. So it's char plus L plus Satan without the S gives charlatan. Now, we do have a vowel here, and this is all the help we're going to get. Call on. Artist outwardly beaming. Artist outwardly could be a reference to the outside letters of artist, A and T. But that doesn't look very promising because it would be the final two letters of this word. An alternative would be that artist refers to RA, a common crosswording convention or usage, because an RA is a member of the Royal Academy and you need to be an artist to join that. So, if the definition was call on, artist, well, what is this? I don't think it begins rad. And if RA goes here, call on, redraw, artist, RA, outwardly beaming. No. Okay, this is a scary clue, but let me come back to it at the end because there's still loads to go. 22 minutes down. This is a tough crossword. So 5 down. Runs into wood for guns component. Runs is probably R, the cricketing abbreviation. So a 5-letter word for wood containing R gives a guns component. Yes, this is breach. So runs is R, into wood, into beach, gives breach, which is a guns component. Now, is this C helpful? In successful campaigns, well, that could be victories. American, A. Guided, led, and then we get the I for victories. So it's A and led inside victories gives valedictories, which are speeches. Now, this looks jolly useful. Empty talk from chum, meaning not disclosing age. I wonder if this is palaver. Palaver could be empty talk. Chum is pal, both words meaning friend. Mean is average, not disclosing age without age. That gives palaver, which is empty talk. Fanatical, states. Dispatch. Yes, this is rabidity. Phew. A tricky one. So rabidity is a fanatical state. Dispatch is speed or rapidity. And if we change P to B, we go from rapidity to rabidity. Fantastic. Spatter, liquid. As worker in pub. Gosh, this actually isn't too hard. So liquid is an anagram indicator for spatter. That gives tapster, who is somebody who works in a pub. I think this is a good clue because when you see the word spatter, you think of spatter as being the anagram indicator. But of course, in this case, it's liquid and spatter is the anagram fodder. Permitted female. To leave uncultivated experts. Well, expert could be able. So, Yeah. Permitted is allowable. Female is F. To leave uncultivated, to leave fallow, to leave the word fallow, and then expert is able. So fallow without F, followed by able, gives allowable, which means permitted. Now, 3 orphan clues to go. Let me briefly pause and do my typo squiz. Quick typo squiz. Is bargeman singular? Yes. Uniat. I may revisit that. All the acrosses look good. Calumet looks like it's held up. Yeah, okay. So, the final push. Bird in rush, changing direction at last. Oh well. This is teal, and I say oh well because having given an early talk about direction referring to east, north, west and south, it actually in this clue refers to right and left. Bird is teal, rush is tear, changing direction at last, changing right to left, R to L. What can dry? Well, a towel can. Up? Well, a towel is something which can dry up. Closed is to. A door is closed, a door is to. Water source is well, and abruptly is crosswording convention for don't use the last letter or drop the last letter. So to plus well without the final L gives towel. So, just this one clue to go. Just looking at the crossing letters, they're all absolutely correct. So, colon, artist, outwardly beaming. Outwardly cannot refer to the outside letters of beaming. That just doesn't work with the letters we have in. Call on artist. Outwardly beaming. Yes, got it. Phew. Radial. Call is dial. On artist, on RA. And then that gives radial, which means outwardly beaming. The Queen Mother always used to be described as having a radiant smile, and radial is linked to radian. Radial is linked to radiant. So radial does mean outwardly beaming, and there we go. Now, what did I need to revisit? I will come back to Uniat, but was there anything else? I thought there was. Calumets, I think, is fine. Oh, well, no, I don't think there is anything else to revisit. Why did I think there was? So, Uniat, type of Christian. Actually, Uniat does ring a bell. Fighting group capturing area. U, I, and T are definitely correct. Capturing area must mean including A. A doesn't go in second place. Yeah, this is Uniat. So, every clue solved, every clue explained, no empty squares. Submit, submit. Hope and pray. No errors. Wow. Whenever it waits, I sort of feel that the reason it's waiting is because it's busily colouring in one or more squares pink, but it's just taking its time to torture you. And there we go. No errors, but what a puzzle. I think there was some suggestion underneath a recent crossword video that the crosswords I solve are the easier ones. Well, that may be true over a long run, but certainly the individual crosswords in them vary significantly in difficulty, and this was a pretty stiff challenge. It took me nearly to the end of the acrosses to get a first one in. on really tricky puzzles, it can be that you get to the end of the downs after having looked at the crosses before getting a single clue in. But it's very rare to go through every clue and not solve any. And as soon as you've got one in, it's amazing what a difference having a letter in a clue makes in terms of getting the answer. And especially as you become more experienced with crosswords, having letters in is enormously helpful. So despite that monstrously slow start, I did scrape over the line in under 30 minutes. So absolutely fantastic fun. And also, if you like your crosswords hard, then the Mephisto crossword is harder than anything you ever get in a Times Daily Cryptic. And I solve one of those every month for Patreons. And I solved one in the last couple of days, and it was just exquisite. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful Mephisto puzzle, and that will be going up on the 1st of April. So if you're interested in watching me wrestle with that puzzle, do consider becoming a Patreon. And many thanks to those of you who are Patreons. So back to this puzzle in terms of the snitch. Was it just me who struggled? I don't know. I would say that the snitch is probably in the 80s or 90s for this puzzle. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.